Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, December 22nd. It's 5:32 p.m. here in Chicago. So have you guys ever seen an older video? It's a fight hype video where Ellis, he pretty much does a comparative analysis between Demetrius Andrade and Canelo because he sparred with both of them. It's a pretty interesting video. It's not too long. I got to remember to post the link in the chat. But he doesn't want to answer who wins because he's cool with both of them. But he does answer who is superior in terms of speed, in terms of skill, and in terms of power. Now, if you go to the link, you'll hear him for yourself, just in case I, ad-lib a little too much or paraphrase in a way that you don't think is accurate. But he said in terms of speed and skill, which as a boxing fan, those are the two most important things to me, like ring IQ and speed. I'm big on power, but not as much as speed and skill. Most of my favorite fighters do not have a lot of power. So, I don't mind Andrade not taking the crown in terms of power. But when he was asked about speed and skill, he said boo-boo. He said boo-boo takes those. And then when he was asked about power, he was like, yeah, Canelo got that too. Now, that could mean that he felt they both had power, but even if he means Canelo has it more, I'm cool with that, because I'm sure there are quite a few boxers out there with more power than Andrade. That doesn't take away from anything, in my opinion, because power, you either have it or you don't, right? But if you got that speed and you got that skill, man, you're a force to be reckoned with. So salute to Demetrius Andrade. Now, Ellis did say that he feels Canelo improved because he hasn't sparred Canelo since, I think, Canelo was fighting Amir Khan. So he did say that. So, that's a feather in Canelo's cap. And the comments didn't really seem to be vibing with what Ellis said. But, a lot of these people who are Canelo fans, they're not happy unless you're completely kissing his ass. So if you say anything that even suggests that somebody might be better in one area or the next, they're not going to totally feel you. So, I'm not surprised. But yeah, I liked hearing that video. And again, salute to Demetrius Andrade. He has a fight coming up with a tough opponent that he probably won't get credit for, because a lot of people don't know much about this Janabek dude. And so, that's how it goes, though. As long as Andrade knows who he's dealing with. That's all that matters to me. As long as Andrade knows who he's dealing with. So I'm happy that Andrade's getting a fight. I'm glad. I hope it is a tough fight. These things will only make Andrade better, And so I'm happy about that. Now, regarding Tank versus Gary Russell Jr., I would be so excited if that fight happens, and I would definitely go to that fight. I hope it would be in D.C. My second choice would be Baltimore, because I've been to Baltimore plenty of times. I like Baltimore too. But my first choice would be D.C. I don't know who decides what. Maybe Tank would probably have it in Baltimore. But hey, I'm cool with that too. I'll be right up there in Baltimore. I hope the fight happens. I love both fighters. I probably am definitely more Team Gary because, I lived in D.C. So to me, that's kind of like the home team. I love Gary Russell and his brothers. But I love Tank too. So may the best man win. I hope that fight happens. I'd be excited about it. Man, are you serious? We might get Gary Russell Jr. and Tank? What? Oh my God. And so, but damn, I won't be able to wear my Tank hoodie because I'm going to be more Team Gary Russell. Shit. That's okay. But anyway, I'm excited if that fight happens. May the best man win. I love both. They're both so talented. I like them a lot. So that's good. So a quick story that is interesting. This has nothing to do with... So I'm going to post a link of Ellis's commentary from Fight Hype. Again, it's about a year old. It's not a new interview. I just wanted to make that clear again. Salute to Eagles Web Boxing, Asantea. Salute to Derek Bailey. Salute to D-Lo, Sir Flame, Gil Coles, D-Ray, Michael Johnson Boxing and more. Everybody who will be part of the Eagles Web Boxing Gang. Salute to everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I'm sure I missed a few people. But, yeah, so I'm going to post that link. Now, quick chat about something that has nothing to do with boxing. So, I follow a lot of fashionistas, right? And, you know, they like to show their Chanel bag purchases, their Givenchy, Balmain, Balenciaga, you name it. They like to show their purchases, whether it's sunglasses, socks even, bandos, handbags, whatever. Just, you know, luxury items. That's what they do. Jewelry, expensive costume jewelry, all of that. So a lot of women have problems with these kind of channels. I don't understand why they follow them then. Just don't follow. That's all you got to do. Nobody's making you follow. But they'd rather just come in and leave hateful comments. So one lady, she's Filipino, the fashionista that I follow, she's Filipino. She likes to occasionally read her hate comments. So she recently purchased a Chanel water bottle. Now that sounds dumb as hell to me, but I've purchased dumb items before too, so I can't talk. I certainly wouldn't leave a hate comment over a damn water bottle. How can something like that get under your skin where you leave a hate comment? So people, I guess, were in their feelings that she bought an expensive water bottle. So one woman came into her comment and said, "You are so arrogant. I would love to stomp out your little minority heart." So when the Filipino lady was reading it, she was like, "Oh, not my little minority heart." I was on the floor. Then another woman told her, "I guess you would need an expensive water bottle. The water is probably so dirty where you come from." Like, what? You took the time to type that? Then another woman told her, just one sentence, "You are a mongoloid." Like, what the fuck? People are crazy. And a lot of people like to think that these women who leave these hate comments are poor, you know, sleeping on a dirty mattress in the living room. No, these women got money, you know. Some of them probably are poor or broke, can't afford certain things. But a lot of these hate comments come from women who have this stuff. They just don't think you should have it. That's the problem. They don't think you should have it. And they truly feel like a lot of the fashion houses themselves feel this way. They truly feel that the more minorities buy their items, the lower the value, almost like property value. They feel like too many black people walking around with a Chanel bag, it brings down the value of Chanel. Like, they do feel that way. I mean, they'll take your money, but at the same time, they really kind of wish you couldn't afford it while they still are able to make a lot of money, if that makes any sense. It's like they'll take your money, but as a fashion house, they still kind of resent that black people are buying up their shit like nobody's business. They were supposed to be making these things at price points where black people can't afford it, And so a lot of people, like, black people shouldn't buy their shit. I agree, even though I'm guilty of having that shit too, but that's how a lot of these fashion houses think. They think just like these people in the hate comments. It's not that they don't have the money. They don't understand why you're able to afford it, and that they want to dictate how much you have and what you buy with it. So a lot of the hate comments come from those type of people, not even necessarily like broke bum asses. So that's interesting. One girl I follow, she is overweight and she's losing weight right now, but this was about, this wasn't that long ago, maybe 2 years ago. She had gotten a hate comment that said, "I don't know why you're spending all of this money, $3,000 and $4,000 on a bag, and you're fat." I was like, holy shit. So she said, she responded, "Honey, do you feel better? Did you get it all off your chest?" She said something like that. Not exactly that. But she was basically saying, do you feel better? And she said, the girl responded, "I'm just saying, you spend all of this money on bags, then you got to go into the plus size section." I'm like, oh shit. And I remember telling her in the comments, I said, "I think you were way too nice to that person." And she was like, it's cool. But people get really nasty in the comments on these fashion channels. But you know what? Boxing's not much different, right? A lot of your followers, especially if you're a huge boxing channel, a lot of them are haters. I mean, yeah, they could just unfollow, but they don't want to. They have a goal, and that's to make your life miserable, I guess. I just thought that was funny. So there's this car, right? I don't know if it's a new driver, but this girl has been trying like 3 different parking spaces. Each space she has tried is big enough for like 1.5 cars. So she got plenty of room. She's been banging up these fucking cars, bumping into the cars. Then she goes and tries a new space because she doesn't want to get busted as the person who hit that car. This is now her 3rd space she's trying. She can't park for shit. Oh my God. So I know if my car gets banged up, it's this heifer. But anyway, thank you for listening. Have a good day, everyone. Salute to Scrapbook Boxing.